What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are once again with our guy Nalf. Y'all know I can't get enough of Nalf videos. This video will offend all Germans. I'm apologizing in advance for reacting to these Germans. And if you're offended, I'm sorry. It's not my video. I'm just reacting to the video. But before we dive in, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Ring notification bell. Give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it? Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link. Follow me. Talk to me. Human. I talk back. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What we got now?
This clap is serving two purposes. One, for me to sync the audio. And two, to congratulate you for clicking on such a good video. Congratulations. Guys, you might notice I'm not sitting at my desk right now. I am laying in my bed. Well, that is because Rudy, my roommate, is asleep. And if I'm out there in the living room, kind of in my desk area, and I scream while I'm shooting a video, it will be annoying. So I'm shooting it from here. So we're getting a little bit of a change up today because I am such a good roommate. Yes. Welcome, Rude Jude. Also, I just ran the...
Shout out to Nalf for being such an amazing roommate. Caring about your roommate's sleep over your videos. What a guy. What a guy.
Change up today because I am such a good roommate. You're welcome, Rude Jude. Also, I just ran the dishwasher so you have a coffee cup when you wake up. And I left you extra coffee, even though it meant me going kind of without. I don't know. Am I a hero?
This guy.
Certainly.
Yes,
before the video starts, I've got two announcements.
What you got?
Number one, last week I was on a podcast with Nicole. She runs a podcast called the Expat Cast. She is another American expat in Germany. She's living in Freiburg. Link to that podcast is in the description of this video. And two, you guys remember last week when I talked about my coach Mario, who's doing all this amazing stuff, and he started the hashtag support your local movement, where he's donating to local businesses and helping people during this time.
Oh, wow.
Well, guys from the Prague Lions, another American football team in Europe, in the Czech Republic,
they were inspired and they did the same thing. So shout out to you guys in Prague. Shout out to Zach, who did that. I think it's awesome. And if anyone else is doing anything like that, send it to me, let me know, and I'll put it in my vlog. Okay.
Yeah, that's super dope. I absolutely love that. You know what I'm saying? Keep the positivity going. Keep the love going. Support your local. I love it.
If anyone else is doing anything like that, send it to me, let me know, and I'll put it in my vlog. Okay, guys, now to the video.
German stereotype maps.
Now, if there's two things I love in life, it is maps and stereotypes. Kind of kidding, but I do love maps. So what better way to spend the day than looking at German stereotype maps?
Okay.
Before I came to Germany, I thought, all right, Germany is, Germany. It's all the same, whatever. And over the course of these last few years, I have learned that Germany is so different everywhere. I think it's a pretty unique country in that sense because there are just wildly different cultures in the north, in the south, in the east, in the west. It's a bunch of different little kingdoms that have come together. And to me, personally, if I was drawing the maps of countries, which I should have the power to do that, don't you guys think? I should be the one drawing. Anyway, we'll get into that later.
You should.
If I were to draw the borders of countries, the Germany that is today, I would not draw this as one country. There would be maybe three. In my opinion, the areas, states in the north of Germany are much closer culturally to, say, like Denmark, the Netherlands, than they are to southern Germany. And I think southern Germany is much more closer culturally to Switzerland and Austria. Truthfully, I think like Bavaria, Baden-Württemberg, Austria, and Switzerland could all be its own country, but I don't want to freak anybody out. It'll still be years before I'm allowed to do that. I have to have at least 100,000 subscribers to draw borders for countries.
Hey, you got it now. Now, you done hit the 100K now. We trying to see the map with Nalf borders. Call it the Nalf map. Whatever you want to call it. We want to see it now. All right, keep it going, my bad. I don't know too much about maps. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm terrible with maps. So if I don't understand, if he shows a map and I don't understand it, I'm telling y'all in advance. I'm terrible with maps.
At least 100,000 subscribers to draw borders for countries. Anyway, let's take a look at some of these really fun stereotype maps that I love. Here we go. Okay, let's start, obviously, with the best part of Germany, the south. Starting off in Bavaria with the world's most arrogant football club, soccer. Clearly talking about FC Bayern München, which is kind of like seems like, I don't know, like a little bit of an elitist, posh soccer club, but everyone just hates on them because they're good. They have like the most wins, so they get a lot of crap. I think God's own country, according to themselves. Bavarians are very proud.
I said God's own country, according to themselves. I love stereotype maps now too. Now keep it going.
Country, according to themselves. Bavarians are very proud of their region. This one, I love this one. Baden-Württemberg. This is an area that I live in. Hardworking people with a speech impediment. People in Baden-Württemberg, Swabians especially, are very hardworking people. They're very conservative with their money. They work hard, they save their money, and they're very smart and sensible.
Gotcha.
But I will say, the accent here is wild. And the more that I listen to German content, like German podcasts, German YouTube channels, and stuff like that, the more I'm able to tell how wild the Swabian accent is. I can't understand anything that anybody in Baden-Württemberg says. And it's not my fault, because nothing was my fault.
Y'all talk to me in the comment section. Let me know if the stereotypes that he's pointing out are right about that area of Germany, or if you disagree with him. He's saying hard-working people with a speech impediment.
In Baden-Württemberg says. And it's not my fault, because nothing was my fault. Southern Rhineland, laid back. Is that true? Okay, Berlin. Green communist hipster ghetto. Yeah, I dig that. I'll take that for Berlin. Hamburg, lefty, speak like pirates, enjoy brothels a bit too much. I did walk by all the brothels in Hamburg. You guys didn't see it on the Grand German City Tour episode, but we went down the Reeperbahn. And boy, oh boy, what a world that is. Bielefeld, aka Secret Alien Landing Zone. Okay, I understand that there is like this inside running joke that Bielefeld doesn't exist. But what is it? Why did that start? Why is that the joke? Why does Bielefeld have this reputation of not existing, being a made-up place? I don't get it. Okay, we're getting down to the east, and I'm seeing pickles and weird Slavic people. What is the deal with the pickles? You guys know that in America, the stereotype of Germans is that German people put pickles on their Christmas tree. Like that's a big American stereotype of German people.
I did see a video where they said they did that. But it was like a certain part of Germany. It wasn't like all of Germany. They were talking about a certain part of Germany. But they said that they did that. And so, hey, it's some Germans out here making the videos that are making us think that y'all put pickles on a Christmas tree. So do y'all... There's a certain part of Germany that puts pickles on Christmas trees, right? Or am I just completely left field with it? Talk to me.
Pickles on their Christmas tree, like that's a big American stereotype of German people. But what's the deal with the pickles here in the east? We're in Thuringen, and this map says forest, sausages, and socialism. Actually, I went to Thuringen once to help coach a football team, and you know what? I can't speak for the sausages and the socialism, but there were a lot of forests.
Okay.
So pretty accurate. All right, let's check out this other map. This one's a little bit more colorful. Baden-Württemberg. The motherland here. Posh, stingy, stubborn, arrogant, weird accent. Accurate. Baden-Württemberg has a lot of big successful companies, and Schwäbisch Hall itself has a lot of big successful companies. So a good amount of people in the Schwäbisch Hall area are well off, or posh, as this map described. But it's also very, very rural. Typically, you don't see somebody being described as both posh and rural at the same time. But here in the Schwäbisch Hall area, this is a very, very common combination. Posh and rural. It's just the bougie rednecks. Rich hillbillies. The Rhineland, wine. Talkative, insistent. Talkative, huh? Rhineland folk are talkative? Never talk to me. Solid, France. accurate. We had a guy on our team, Kevin Becker, who his family's from Saarland, and everybody always called him French. NRW, rude, lower class, football, soccer, carnival. Are Cologne is rude? I actually had the impression that people in Cologne were pretty friendly. Rude, huh? Berlin, hipsters. What do I like better, hipsters or green communist hipster ghetto? Both pretty good. Both.
Green communist hipster ghetto just has a certain ring to it. Just has a certain. It's very original. That's what it is. That's the green communist hipster ghetto. I've never heard a place described like that. So it's very original. I'm intrigued. I'm telling y'all gotta comment and let me know if they're as accurate as Nalf is saying, or maybe you don't agree with some of them. Y'all gotta talk to me because I don't know all these parts of Germany.
Like better, hipsters or green communist hipster ghetto? Both pretty good, both pretty accurate. Saxony, neo-Nazis, weird accent, poor. I have heard that you will run into more people with that political mindset in the east of Germany. Okay. And also, traditionally, historically, it is a less well-off area. Weird accents. I do remember I went with Nico Bang, and he's like, listen to how they talk. And I listened closely. And you know what? Weird accents. Poor, socialists, college students. That's two maps that calls Thuringia socialist. Niedersachsen, boring. Agriculture, in touch with nature. Accent-free. Accent-free. So this is where the proper German is spoken. In Niedersachsen, Hanover, in the Hanover area. The person who made this map must be from Hanover, saying that their accent in touch with nature. I would actually think that should go in the south, specifically the southwest, like in the Freiburg area. I think that is the most in touch with nature place in Germany. One of the most in touch with nature places I've ever seen. Okay. And I come from Portland. Let's check out another one. Start in the south as usual because that's the most important part. Baden-Württemberg, materialists. And every second car is Mercedes-Benz. Well, Mercedes-Benz is headquartered here in Bavü in Stuttgart. Materialists? I don't know. I didn't know that all of Germany kind of had this opinion of Baden-Württemberg. I would agree with the posh and the stingy comments, but materialists? I don't know. I actually don't think that Germany is much of a materialist country at all, especially compared to somewhere like the United States. So I am going to...
Damn it. When you compare almost any country to the United States, they don't look materialistic compared to us. But maybe compared to the rest of Germany, the rest of Germany sees them as materialists.
Country at all, especially compared to somewhere like the United States. So I am going to decline that stereotype. Brandenburg, irrelevant. Ooh.
No, that's tough. Actually, yes.
I'm going to have to say that might be true because obviously everybody in the world knows Berlin. I've lived in Germany for a while. This is my first time seeing the word Brandenburg. And mind you, I'm pretty interested in geography and stuff. I've never heard of Brandenburg. So irrelevant? Sure. Bremen, why? You know what? I'm going to agree with this because, there's a few basically like city-states. You've got Berlin, Hamburg, and Bremen. Berlin and Hamburg, I would say they both deserve to be like their own state. They're kind of their own entity. They deserve that. Bremen, do you deserve that, buddy? Do you deserve to be your own state? Should you maybe just be part of Lower Saxony? Maybe. Also, why is Lower Saxony further north than Saxony? This is why Nalf should be drawing the borders. This one says Hamburg, not better than Berlin. Is there a little bit of a rivalry between Hamburg and Berlin? I can see it as they're both kind of the two city-states that matter. Schleswig-Holstein hasn't developed since the 1970s. Oof, that's a tough one to get.
That's a long time of staying the same. That's a long time with no progress, no development. Ugh. That's a tough one to swallow.
Hasn't developed since the 1970s. Oof, that's a tough one to get. Here we go. This is a nice one right here. Starting in the south, wealthy, beer, cars, stingy, hillbillies, lederhosen, conservative, Oktoberfest. Southwest in Freiburg, tree huggers. Agreed. This is a very interesting thing to me that southern Germany is wealthy, right? Baden-Württemberg and Bavaria are wealthy, but they're also kind of hillbillies, quite rural in some parts. And that combination of wealthy and rural, I was trying to think of if there's a state in the U.S. that I could compare this to, but you don't have it. In the States, you've got your rural states, which is more in the center of the country, and then you've got like the American South. But in your wealthy states are the coastal states.
Yeah.
New England, the Northeast, and those I would not describe as very rural or give them a hillbilly stereotype. So it's interesting that you can kind of do that with southern Germany. Rhineland and Hessen still getting this cheerful. Interesting. They said talkative and cheerful. Thuringia sausages. I will have to say, I actually did have a Thuringia sausage. Oh yeah, you know what? When I went and coached that football team in Thuringen, after practice they made us sausages there, and I remember them being phenomenal. Didn't know that they were really known for sausages, though. What's the deal with the 3 Saxonies? Also, I mean, I know we have North and South Dakota and North and South Carolina. I think it's reasonable and acceptable to have 2 versions of a state, but 3 Saxonies? You've got the original and worst Saxony, the slightly better Saxony, and the best Saxony we have, which is still not very exciting. Saxony. All right, guys, I think that's enough maps today. I hope that you weren't too offended. I hope you were slightly offended, just offended enough to leave a thumbs up and a comment saying, hey, I'm a bit offended. If you do those 2 things, I know that I will have done my job. So feel free to leave a slightly offended comment so I get some good traction for the YouTube algorithm. All right, guys, I'm going to step outside and enjoy the fresh air in this posh hillbilly state of Baden-Württemberg. See you next time.
Shout out Nalf with another great video, man. Definitely always enjoy getting to react to his videos, getting to watch them. Y'all let me know in the comment section. These maps right? These maps pretty accurate? These maps wrong? That's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon are all up top. You want to subscribe to any of it? Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.